Welcome to the Route 15 South Safety and Operational Study, which is focused on Route 15 between the southern town limits of Leesburg and the Prince William County line. I am Paul Anderson, the project manager for the consulting firm AECOM. Our team is working with the Loudoun County Department of Transportation and Capital Infrastructure, DTCI, to lead the evaluation of this roadway. The Route 15 South corridor is vital to the transportation, economy, culture, and history of Loudoun County. We would normally hold this meeting with you face-to-face, but due to restrictions related to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are holding this meeting electronically. Our goal is to obtain critical feedback from those who use the roadway and are most impacted by it. By joining us today, you will improve our study and shape the future of Route 15 South. This presentation provides a brief background on the study, including its goals, methodology, early findings, and scope and schedule. This 10-minute slideshow will provide context and information that will help you help us understand what aspects of the corridor are most important to you, both now and in the decades to come. So let's get moving. This meeting will be conducted in a virtual manner due to the COVID-19 restrictions and pursuant to the Continuity of Operations Ordinance adopted by the Loudoun County Board of Supervisors on April 15, 2020. In these challenging times, the county has been doing its best to move forward on all priority tasks, especially those that impact safety and quality of life. The goals for this study are relatively simple to state, but not as easy to achieve. The Loudoun County Board of Supervisors and each of you knows the importance of this roadway from both transportation and quality of life aspects. The board tasked the DTCI to perform a study that would evaluate the current conditions from both the safety and operational efficiency for this corridor. We need to understand how the corridor operates and where deficiencies and trouble spots exist. Extensive input and feedback from the Loudoun County citizens and other stakeholders is deemed critical to making that evaluation thorough and complete, and to address the factors that are not measurable or quantifiable, yet very important to the overall impact of Route 15 South on those who live nearby and travel it. Finally, the study is intended to identify and develop conceptual improvements that can address specific safety or traffic hotspots, while also looking ahead at phased improvements that can ensure this facility serves the needs and enhances travel in this unique section of the county for years to come. The study area comprises approximately 12 miles of Route 15 between the southern town limits of the town of Leesburg, denoted with an A on the map, and the Prince William County line at Bull Run, marked with a B. The general study scope and schedule are reflected on this timeline. The work began in late August of 2019 and to date has included planning and coordination, data collection, field visits, and assessments of existing conditions, and the preliminary forecasts of future traffic for the year 2040. This work led to the initiation of the critical public input process and the first meeting of the study focus group. This group is comprised of individuals identified by county officials based on their knowledge of the corridor and leadership in the community and connection to multiple groups of citizens, property owners, and businesses for whom Route 15 South is important. That meeting occurred on February 26, 2020, and provided our team with valuable comments and feedback that formed the framework for this public input meeting. The red pin indicates roughly where the project currently stands. We will use the input received through the public input process to shape the development and evaluation of short, medium, and long-term improvement concepts for the corridor. These recommendations will be presented to the focus group members and interested citizens for their review and comment. Based on the engineering studies and the public feedback, preferred alternatives will be refined and presented to the Board of Supervisors in draft and final reports that are expected to be completed in early 2021. The study team conducted field reviews along the entire corridor, and at each of those intersections we documented and confirmed the current conditions, the configuration of roadway features, and location and types of signs and traffic control devices. These visits also provided firsthand observations of the traffic flow and challenges such as sight distance or shoulder conditions. Let's take a closer look at what the early review has covered. 13 intersections within the corridor shown on the map were considered as the most significant and worthy of detailed evaluation. 8 of these intersections are located in the northern half of the project, primarily in the more developed sections and at a few key roads north of Goose Creek. The remaining 5 intersections are between Route 50 and the Prince William County line, a segment with several roundabouts and significantly higher levels of traffic. Our team also collected detailed information about roadway alignment, grades, signage, guardrail, passing zones, and turn lanes that physically affect both travel and safety along the corridor. Observations of deficiencies or features that warranted attention, such as reduced sight distance due to vegetation or missing or faded pavement markings, were noted and compiled and shared with the Virginia Department of Transportation, VDOT, which is responsible for the maintenance and improvements along Route 15. In addition to the field visits, extensive traffic data was collected in early September of 2019 to provide relevant information that can be used to quantify the flow of traffic, the delays that occur, and the locations that are most congested during typical weekday, morning, and evening peak periods. In addition, the study team collected data on a Saturday midday peak, since this section of the county is home to several wineries, historic sites, equestrian centers, and other tourist-related attractions. Both turning movement counts from video and 24-hour machine counts for speed, vehicle classification, and variation of travel throughout the day and throughout the week were obtained, compiled, and summarized. At 4 locations, the travel speed was measured and the 85th percentile speed determined and compared to the posted legal speed limit. The 85th percentile speed is often used to represent the typical prevailing speed for traffic studies and represents the speed above which only 15% of the vehicles are traveling. The graphic here shows that at 2 of the locations, the 85th percentile speed was within 4 miles per hour of the posted speed. However, at location 2, just north of Hogback Mountain Road, and location 4, just south of New Road, that speed was 14 miles per hour and 8 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, respectively. This information will be carefully considered as the concept improvement alternatives are developed. The configuration and geometry of each of the major study intersections was documented, and the level of service was determined for the AM, PM, and Saturday midday peak hours. Level of service assigns a grade from A, representing best conditions and minimal delay, through F, with very poor flow and significant delays and backups. Level of service has been calculated for each turning movement approach and the overall intersection for each of the 13 studied intersections. VDOT crash data for the 5 years from 2014 to 2019 was obtained and analyzed to determine if the patterns and trends indicated areas where crashes were significantly higher. These areas are called hotspots. This analysis also provides clues as to the probable contributing factors to these crashes that are very important for developing countermeasures to reduce or eliminate those factors to prevent crashes and lessen their severity. The study team created crash summaries for each quarter-mile segment of the study area that show the number, type, and location of crashes during the past 5 years. From this crash data, we also created charts and graphics showing how the crashes vary by time of day, day of week, month to month, year to year, as well as crash type. The top crash types are rear end at 43%, deer at 16%, and fixed object off the road at 13%. Crash density was plotted as well, revealing several hot spots along the corridor, as shown in the darker pink and purple spots on the accompanying graphic. Clearly, we have collected a lot of data and have numbers that help us identify important factors about Route 15 South. Through this virtual public input process, we want to hear from you about your experiences and impressions as you travel this corridor. The first focus group meeting gave us a great start, and now it's your turn to weigh in. On the project website, loudoun.gov/Route 15 South, you can participate in a map exercise highlighting your experience on the corridor and take a short survey to provide feedback on the corridor. These tools are available for you to provide both detailed comments about locations that cause you concern, make you feel unsafe, or make you smile as you travel through them. The survey allows you to provide broader or general comments that reflect what you think or feel about the overall corridor and how you would like to see it maintained, preserved, or improved. If you haven't already done so, please participate in both the map exercise and the survey once this presentation is complete. More information about the study is available on the project webpage at www.loudoun.gov/Route 15 South. This includes preliminary information regarding safety analysis, the existing conditions tables, and the traffic volumes and level of service results. There is more to come. Based on the feedback from this public input meeting, we will provide a live online question and answer session on July 30th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m., where you will have an opportunity to ask questions to the study team. You can ask questions in several ways. Please use the Ask a Question form, sign up to ask a question live during the Q&A session, or email your question to route15@loudoun.gov. There will also be an opportunity to ask questions by chat function during the Q&A session. Please plan to join us then if you are able. A recording of the Q&A session will be posted on the project page following the event. We will continue to collect and synthesize data and develop improvement concepts and the draft report. You can sign up to be informed of future public input meetings on the project page. As a reminder, the final report is expected in early 2021. Finally, on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, the DTCI staff, and the study team, a sincere thank you for taking the time and effort to make the study better and Route 15 South safer.